Welcome back again with another mini episode, this time of Is It? Welcome everybody to another episode of Is It Shit? Slightly different one today in that we're going to do a blind test. Obviously the Kive X Bus came out and we reviewed it last week and lots of people liked that. A few people suggested, maybe it's time to do another bus compressor shootout. So I'm like, that's not a bad plan. But as always, I like to change it up a bit. So although, there's loads and loads of bus compressors, I thought it'd be more interesting to just grab a bunch of compressors, some of them bus compressors, some of them aren't, shoot them out and see what people prefer. So that's what we're going to do. It's a few curveballs in there. I'll go through that in a second. All I've done is set the compressors that were able to be set the same. I've set them the same. The ones which were different, I've just made them sound as much the same as I can. Similar amount of gain reduction. Attack and release the same if possible. And then level match them. And that's all it is. So it's pretty simple. So let's go through what compressors we're going to listen to. First of all, we're going to do the Kive X Bus. Obviously, that's a new one on the block. Nice, very reasonably priced plugin. People like that. The PSP Buspressor 2, new out, review coming soon. Also, the SSL native bus compressor, the latest version. The AMEC mastering compressor. I love this bit of software. Been using it a long time since it came out. It's not really a bus compressor, but hey, why not? Let's see what it does. Then we've got the Vustec Model N channel. That's more of a Neve channel plugin, but it's got a compressor on it, and obviously it's a plugin, so you can use it on your bus if you want. So I've set that up. Why not? Let's see what that does. See who likes that one. Generally, I love that plugin. It sounds fantastic. We've got a couple of pieces of hardware in there. We've got my IGS S-Type 500, which is basically, it's an SSL G-Bus compressor clone kind of thing. It's got a few extra things that I like about it. It's got a wet-dry control and a really good side chain. I've left it 100% wet. We're just going to run it with the side chain, the same sort of settings I've got on all of them. And finally, we've got the Golly Cross compressor, which you can see in my rack back there. I love that thing, but there's no reason why you can't put it across a bus. It's basically like a two-band compressor, dynamic EQ kind of thing if you use it that way. So yeah, let's try that, see who likes that one. Finally, there's a completely clean one. So one of them has absolutely no compression on it whatsoever on the bus. And yeah, I'm just going to run it as a blind test, see if you can tell which is which. Now, I think the experienced engineers out there will be able to hear that there are differences and that we are flipping between compressors at certain points. I'm not sure many people will be able to guess specifically which is which. That's going to be pretty difficult. They're quite similar in lots of ways. If you really want to dive in and train your ears, listen to the snare. The snare's quite loud on this tune, and the transients of it will change depending on the compressor. Sometimes it will sound snappier and tighter. Other times it will be a bit darker. Sometimes it will be a bit toppier. Sometimes it'll be pushed into the mix, and other times it will be standing proud of the mix. It's always a good sort of like little test thing. Listen to the snare, listen to the transients. But also listen to the overall tone. Some things will make it a little bit brighter, some things will make it a little bit darker. There's going to be saturation on some of these. Two of these are bits of real hardware. Some of them have got sort of saturation algorithms within them, so listen out for that. And anyway, I'm going to run the blind test now, but I'm not going to give you the results till few days time. I want you to put in the comments which is your favorite, which do you think sounds best, and if you can guess which is which, have a go. That'd be really interesting. No one's going to pull you apart for getting it wrong because it's incredibly difficult. Anyway, enjoy the blind test. See you soon.